Can positive thinking help you pass the GED? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about here in this video. Minneapolis is beautiful, but I hardly got out last week because I was so busy. But today I have some time to go out for a walk, so let me tell you a story. About 4 years ago, I worked as a summer school tutor in Pittsburgh, and I worked with a student. Let me just call him Joey here, and I'm going to change a detail or two for privacy, but this is a true story. And Joey shared with me that his mom died when he was very young, and that his father raised him by himself. Joey's dad was a plumber, and he never graduated high school, and Joey told me that he wanted to pass his summer school class to graduate just to make his father proud. So with determination and optimism, and of course with a little help from me, Joey worked hard and he graduated. Then afterwards, the head instructor in the class pulled me aside and said something like this: "It's amazing that Joey was able to pass math with his learning disability." And I was shocked when I heard this. Learning disability? I had no idea that Joey had a learning disability. And this experience led me down a rabbit hole of research and studying and reflection to try to figure out how was the student that had a supposed so-called learning disability able to learn math like this. So this led me to the realization that mindset and how you think, it is really important, but there's a flip side here too, and it can be dangerous if you don't understand it. This is a nice quiet place. I've never been back here before, but I might just come back with my fishing rod. I think that some people sometimes take positive thinking too far to the extreme, and I think that they do this because it makes them feel like they have more control over their circumstances than they really do. But the truth is, there are many things in life that are just outside of our control, and our thinking, positive or negative, doesn't always have anything to do with them. Now, take the pandemic in 2020, for example. So recently, my wife and I just moved from Philadelphia to Minneapolis, and just a few weeks ago, we stayed at a cabin in northern Minnesota to celebrate our one-year wedding anniversary recently. Now, it was great to get out of the city, and we did have a great time. We saw a few bears while we were up there too. Well, maybe it was more than just a few. And we also woke up to wolves howling outside of our cabin in the middle of the night, which was new for us. Also, it rained for most of the trip. But still, I realized how lucky we are that we got married last year instead of this year, when we'd be streaming our wedding online because of the pandemic. So it's good to be optimistic because this can help you feel better. But understand that it's not going to change reality. We're living in an unprecedented time right now. I'm sure that someone that's watching this video right now, perhaps you, maybe got sick or lost a job or worse, lost a loved one. You see, there's some things in life that there really isn't a positive to them. There really isn't a silver lining. Bad things are going to happen sometimes, right? And positive thinking is just not going to change anything. And if you haven't worked hard enough to earn a passing score on the GED, know that just thinking positive alone isn't going to change that. The secret is to be optimistic about the future, but also realistic about overcoming obstacles along the way. And you have to be hardworking enough to learn that test material. So if you combine these things and you persevere long enough, I promise you that it's just going to be a matter of time until you pass. But you can't just think positive and you can't just study. You have to have it all.